Let's get it. There's an old saying, money will get you the woman that you want. The struggle will get you the woman that you need. When Kody was coming up, and in the early years of his family, he struggled with the OG3. He was trying to make his way into the world. He was trying to do things for his family, trying to do things with his kids. And the only thing they had was each other. They struggled financially. There were financial insecurities. There was food insecurities. It's shared by some of the kids who talked about their dietary issues when they were younger and the fact that they didn't have enough food, etc., etc. They were eating old food just to get by. They struggled. But when we were first introduced to Kody Brown, you would imagine that the Kody Brown that you see now, the angry, the world is out to get me, the world is crushing me out of existence Kody that we see currently, would have been the Kody that we saw back then. Instead, the Kody that we saw back when we were first introduced to him was the guy like a Peter Pan-esque type dude who's walking around smiling all the time, chipper, and he's happy, and he looks young with his boyish face. But now he's achieved a lot of the financial success that he's probably always dreamed of. And he has the things that he wants, but he seems more miserable with those things. And I think there are very good reasons as to why. Association leads a lot of, or is determinative of a lot of our attitudes towards the life around us. For instance, I used to say from a movie years ago from a Nicolas Cage film. There was a statement, Joaquin Phoenix actually said the line. He said, when you dance with the devil, you don't change the devil changes you. When you become associated with people who are always looking for the victim route, always looking on how the world is beating them down, how they're always mistreated, how they need to be the center of all attention. When you're paired with somebody like that, which is essentially who Robyn is, as she presents herself, she's always trying to find a way that she can be the victim in a circumstance or situation. She's always trying to pull herself into the center of that situation so she can either be celebrated or victimized. Whichever happens, she doesn't care because she's there for it. And when things don't go her way, then it's, oh, poo-poo me, I'm so sad that this happened to me. And you see that throughout the course of, from the time the show started all the way through to today. Now, the very subtle difference between Kody then and Kody now is the fact that when Kody first started out, he was splitting his time evenly amongst the OG3 and Robyn. He would go from like house to house to house to house, and he would spend time with each of them. But as he became more and more involved with Robyn and spent more and more time with Robyn, I think she started to change his attitude in the way he looked at life, the way he approached life, the way he approached challenges, the way he approached things that happened to him. This is, to me, an example of that actually occurred during the talkback, because there was a point during the talkback where Kody had met with Christine, and they were talking, and then Kody tries to shift the argument or the discussion back to him and how he suffered and how he was such a victim during COVID and how he had suffered so much, etc., etc. And Christine blew past it. Now, I know there's some who will say, wow, she just laughed at him in his face. Maybe that's why he felt the way he did. I think the reason why she laughed is because she's aware, because she talks to everybody who's in the family, because they're part of her family. She did believe in the one family because she basically is the family. So she was talking to the people in the family, and they probably kept telling her, like, yeah, every time we talk to Kody, as soon as shit started getting tough or it started getting sticky, the first thing he throw out is how he suffered during COVID and how everybody should feel sorry for him. And it's all about him and how much he suffered and how he almost died, but nobody died, and how he was almost on his deathbed, but he never went to the hospital, etc., etc., etc. So you always have that present. And because she started laughing, and said she was happy to be, separate from him and broke up from him, instead of Robyn being the supportive, positive influence on his life, baby, we could get through it. Baby, we could do it. You and me, baby, we could take over the world. We got this. You and I have this. She pulls him back into that place. And I want to take a look at the one scene that I'm talking about so that we can put it into perspective. Let's take a look.
I think it's just like anger from everything. Because if she had seen how bad you were, Kody, I don't know.
Oh, you mean how bad I was during COVID?
Yeah. You were beside yourself. You were beside yourself. I've never seen you like that before. You lost your optimism.
I haven't got it back.
Because right there, instead of her taking the opportunity to try to uplift him, she pulls herself right down into the gutter with him and lays with him. And this is part of the problem. And this is one of the powers of the people that you hang around with, the people that you couple yourself with. He coupled with Robyn because he liked the way she looked. He liked the way she was talking to him, the way she treated him. But the truth of the matter is, in order for you to have a support system that helps you to win, you have to have a support system that when things go wrong, the person is going to tell you that you can continue on. Not tell you that, remind you about how the thing went wrong and tell you about all the different ways that it went wrong and how you messed up and it's totally messed up and everybody's against you and you could never possibly win. If you have somebody like that in your corner, you're never going to be able to get ahead. You're never going to be able to do anything. These people, meaning the OG3 and their children, the OG13, as they've been kind of labeled, at least in my chat box, the OG13, the original kids, right? When you look at those kids and those relationships, if Kody doesn't take time out to repair those relationships and instead of focusing on himself, focus on them and their needs, then those relationships will never work. We can go through chapter and verse about how Kody has been selfish and how Cody's only been worried about himself. The same thing with Robyn. But I think that a lot of that is because of the amount of time he spent with Robyn and the normalization that she brings to him feeling sorry for himself. Let me know what you guys think down below. That's my take. I'm James. This has been My Take on Reality, and I'm out.
Life right like I could just die any minute. Go for a ride down the side.